Hey everyone, Dave here, and I'm at MAGFest with Holly from Channel Awesome. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
A lot of people look at that guy with the glasses, they look at the site, and they only really think about the individual contributors, and they don't really think a lot about what goes on behind the site. So, what is a typical workday for you?
Typical workday is usually I start up, waking up, and the first thing I do is generally check social media to see what's been going on. It's how a lot of the producers communicate, and it's also how we communicate quite a bit with our fans. So that's how I start out. Then I generally just start right in on the updates. And the web updates depends on how many videos there are, how long that takes me. I'm coding everything by hand currently because of the way that the website was initially set up. They never expected Channel Awesome to take off the way that it did. And so when it was first put together, they just kind of slapped something together and threw it up there to get the Nostalgia Critic and 5-second movies, especially, off of YouTube. Nobody had really had any background in web design, so they were sort of teaching themselves as they went along. And that has led to sort of a spaghetti back-end system where everything is sort of interwoven. And for instance, the front page, that takes me 3 separate updates that I have to do. The main scroller and the sidebar and then all of the text links at the bottom. If it's a short day, I can get it done in about an hour and a half. If it's a long day, it can take up to 3 hours, depending. Then I'm generally check email and go through that. We always communicate through Skype. All the executives communicate through Skype, and all of my blistered thumbs writers communicate through Skype. So I have that open all of the time, and that's generally the best way to contact me is through Skype. That's pretty much a typical workday, but throughout all of that, I'm always going back through and checking social media and seeing what's going on.
You mentioned in the panel this morning about going pro that until you came along, they weren't really keeping receipts. They weren't really. There were a lot of just things on the business side of things they weren't thinking about. Did you have to teach the others at Channel Awesome how to think like a business person, or did they just leave all that thinking to you?
No, it has sort of been, as it was termed in another company, and I've still continued to use at Channel Awesome, corporate kindergarten. And it's all about teaching all of the other executives the things that they need to look out for, the things they need to do and remember. But yeah, it's definitely something that everybody on the executive level needs to know. And so it hasn't been just me doing it, it's me setting up processes and working with other executives to set up systems on how things work. And then eventually getting an accountant, because sometimes it just goes beyond what you can do yourself.
So that's in the day-to-day. Then things, I imagine, get even more complicated during the crossovers, during the anniversary specials, where you are creating feature-length movies on a very tight budget in a very short period of time. Has that experience taught you any advice that you'd like to give to other aspiring low-budget filmmakers?
I would definitely say storyboard everything. Everything. Don't go into a shoot and say, well, we'll figure out where people stand when we get there. No, storyboard everything. Because it also helps when if you have a group shot, even in To Boldly Flee, you'll see that somebody is in a shot one time and then they're not in that same shot the next time because of the order in which things were filmed. So that's the biggest piece of advice that I would give to people is just storyboard, all of that pre-planning kind of stuff.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Keep checking back on geekvision.tv and doggins.com for more videos from MAGFest. And if you watch me, you already watched that guy with the glasses.com, and I'll catch you next time. Geek Vision.
I've got more interviews with people like Linkara, Spoonie, and the Nostalgia Critic, plus more MAGFest videos. Also, I have vlogs, comedy sketches, and even a review show where I lovingly make fun of Disney World. Check it out, won't us?